Conscious Endeavors. Today we're talking about energy and how much energy you have. There will be people that are going to come into your existence who are very high vibe, very high energy. Okay? When these people walk into a room, they intimidate people. People are scared of them. Sometimes you see people acting funny. They don't know what to do. They're scrambling because the energy is so different. Okay? If you're a high vibrating individual and you walk into a room, people will express hatred and jealousy towards you just because of your energy. Okay? Your own family will separate from you. Your closest friends that you've known half of your life will start to treat you different. It's because if you're of a high vibrational frequency, you intimidate people and they're jealous of you. Okay? They want what you have. They don't understand why you're so successful and lucky. Okay? They don't understand why everything just works out for you all the time. And they have no idea or clue how you manifested and created the things that you have in your reality. This is the precursor to learning who you really are. Okay? For the people who are not there yet, it's okay because everyone has their time and their timeline where they have their awakening. Okay? Pay attention to new people that come up to you and meet you. Pay attention to how they act around you. Sometimes it may seem like you will intimidate people because you're vibrating on a higher vibrational frequency than they are. And then you'll start to see like almost a disrespect come from them or an anger or hatred type of reaction. This is because of their own ignorance. Okay? I read once that lightness can be easily mistaken for darkness just because of ignorance. Okay? Just because the people don't know that this person is vibrating high and they walk into a room, their energy is so powerful when they walk into a room, without knocking or ringing the doorbell, this person can walk in and the whole room will turn around and stare at who just walked in the room. Okay? I never could understand why I had this effect on people where I would intimidate them. On accident sometimes. Sometimes I really frighten people because they're not expecting this kind of energy to come out of the left field. Okay? So, also, at times my energy is so high that I wasn't able to control it. Once you learn how to control your energies in your meditation and in your mindfulness, not big pharma, not paying thousands of dollars, but for free. Once you start to control your energy with your mindfulness, you're going to start to see, even when you're silent, people will be intrigued by you. People will start to perk up. People will run towards you and they will ask you if they could do things for you. People who are tapped in, turned on, people who are awakened, people who've gone through their spiritual awakening already, they know that they're different. They've always known their whole lives since they've been young, since they've been kids. Because this is a feeling that you carry with you throughout your whole life. Okay? Right now there's a revolution happening on planet Earth. Okay? Right now the people who are meant to come up are coming up. And the people who are meant to go down are going down. The reason why everything is so messed up on the earth today is because the bad guys know how energy works. And they know that the greatest time in the history of planet Earth is here. And they want to suppress everyone the best they can. Okay? We're talking about the age of Aquarius. We're talking about the golden age I've mentioned before. The 25,000 year cycle, procession in the universe. And now we're approaching a time that they're calling the Great Awakening. And the reason they're calling it the Great Awakening is because there's millions of people having spiritual awakenings right now. There are millions of people that are waking up to the reality of what is really going on. Okay? You got the year 2020, right? 2020 vision. It's when you can see what's really happening. Okay? So, the truth is finally being revealed. People are starting to ask many questions. Some of us knew this time was coming for many years. We just couldn't put our finger on it. There's a reason some of us suffered in such bad depression for our whole lives. And the reason for that is because we knew that this life was not meant to be this way. Millions of people are waking up to the reality that they can control their own life. That now we're going to start to see less effect on outside sources. We're going to have more freedom now. And you're starting to see and feel even. Some people are saying they feel like this huge weight being lifted off of their shoulders. These are people who could read energies. Okay? Call them what you want. There's a bunch of names out there. They're calling them Starseeds. They're calling them chosen ones. Right now, there's a revolution happening on planet Earth. And this has never happened before in the history of planet Earth. This is why this is such an exciting time to be alive on Earth. Okay? We're starting to see mass amounts of the human race waking up from their hibernation for the first time ever. The Dark Ones have controlled this place so good and so bad that people don't even know that they're living in the Matrix. Okay? What you live in, this reality, this realm, this is called the Matrix. And it's controlled by the bad guys. Throughout history, the bad guys have tried to erase the writings of Jesus Christ. They've eliminated more than 66 different versions of the Bible. They took out the book of Thomas in the Bible. And in the book of Thomas, they spoke about heart-mind coherence. And they spoke about manifestation. Tell me, why would anyone want to take out such vital and important information for the human race? Why? There's one answer. It's to keep the human race suppressed. Okay? For the first time ever in the history of this planet, there are more people speaking their truth now. That it is impossible for the bad guys to win. Okay? because they knew this time was coming. This is all having to do with energies. All of this is about energy. Okay? Why do you think that Bill Gates, the demons, want to block out the stratosphere and the atmosphere? Why do you think their plan is to block the atmosphere? Is so they can block the energy from the sun. Why do you think it's always cloudy? They control the weather. If you're learning something new for the first time, congratulations. They control everything. If you can think of the sun as being a power strip for your energy that we plug into to charge, just like your cell phone, that's what the sun is for us. They're spraying chemicals in the food. They're trying to block very vital information from us and energy. And it's all for control reason. But that's the reason anyway. The dark ones are doing the things that they're doing so they can suppress humanity. And so they can take our energy away from us so we don't become the greatest version of what a human is supposed to become. Okay? This is why this is the greatest time in history to be alive on planet Earth. It's not because of the destruction that's happening. It's not because of all the stuff that's happening now with the V and whatnot. That's the destruction. That's them trying to destroy our human potential. Okay? Because we didn't act soon enough and we didn't take the power into our own hands because of indoctrination, brainwashing reason. We never knew how to use our energy to the fullest extent, to our fullest potential. We never learned how to use our own energy. Okay? Krishnamurti quoted, "It is no measure of good health to compare yourself to a profoundly sick society." And my quote in saying is, "The human race is the equivalent of a bunch of rabid pit bulls that inbreed with each other and create damaged babies. And then those babies have to grow up and heal their own trauma before they have children, because if they don't, the trauma is stored in our DNA. Okay? We pass the trauma through our DNA to our offspring. Did you ever hear the saying, we suffer from our parents' mistakes? Or did you ever hear the saying, we suffer from the mistakes of our ancestors? This is what I'm talking about. Trauma is stored in the DNA, and if you don't heal it within your lifetime, you're going to pass it on to someone else. This is why being a healer and working on oneself is so important. Everyone is a healer. Everyone is a psychic. If you're human. Okay? If you're human, you have the potential to have psychic abilities and other abilities. And it's just a matter of unlocking your gifts. How do you unlock your gifts? You do meditation. You practice mindfulness. You raise your vibrational frequency, and you do all the things that help you do that. You eat good food, whole food, plant-based. You get away from the meat. Okay? When you eat meat, you take on the stress of the animal. That's why a lot of spiritual people you're seeing, they're stopping eating meat. Because you take on the stress of that animal when the animal's killed. There's a toxin that's released in the bloodstream when the animal is killed. And we take on that toxin in our bodies when we eat the meat. Okay? Check out Food Choices documentary. Check out Forks Over Knives documentary. A lot of medical research talking about whole food plant-based diet and getting off of meat because meat is too much animal protein. Okay? So if you want to do the things to raise your energy, if you want to use your energy to the fullest extent, to your fullest potential, you have to go inside. You have to heal your ancestral trauma. You have to heal your DNA. This message is not for everyone. Not everyone is on this caliber of existence in their lifetime where they need to be taking on these responsibilities. These are only certain people that have to do this. And only if you're watching this are you the one who's supposed to do something about it. It is said that pieces of information will be revealed to you when the time is right in this reality, in our universe. So if you're watching this video, you match the vibrational frequency of accepting this information. Or you at least accepted watching this video, which aligns with your vibration, and you haven't accepted it yet, but you're aligned with it. Does that make sense? Information will not be presented to you in this universe unless it's time. Right now is the time for billions of people to raise their frequency and vibration and meditate so they can heal their ancestral trauma. You're seeing global meditations happening, and that is because it is proven scientifically that if you get a group of people to all concentrate on one goal, more powerful that goal becomes, that manifestation creation becomes. The more people you have focusing on one goal, the faster it will manifest. The faster your creations manifest, the more people you have focusing on one goal. That's why there are global meditations happening for the last couple of years and longer to heal. We shouldn't focus on building other people's energy. The only people we should focus on is ourselves, okay? The only person we should grow is ourselves. Even though I have a want and a will to help others, and even though I have a want and a will to sacrifice a little bit of myself to help other people, because that's what I am, that's who I am, that's how I do things, this might be coming from trauma. Okay, anyway, that's a side note. If somebody is constantly running to help other people, it means that they're unfulfilled probably within themselves. Okay? I was with my mother when she died, and I have a trauma because I wanted to save her life, and I couldn't. So, psychologically, now I want to help everybody. Maybe. Actually, I was like that before my mom passed away, but I think my mom, definitely there's some trauma there, okay? So, just to give you an example of how energy works and what to focus on and how to grow yourself. Pay attention to yourself. Heal yourself. Go inside of your meditation. Heal the ancestral trauma. A lot of people are talking about this now, not just me. I've known about certain things for many years. I just never knew how to apply them. You have to learn how to apply things yourself before you start to tell other people. And sometimes we can just say what we hear, and we can speak from our own existence. But just because you have an experience or you want to speak from your existence, it doesn't mean that it's going to resonate with the other person. Work on your energy. Raise your frequency. Do things that are going to help you positively grow. Okay? Last episode we talked about spells and casting spells. Be careful of the things you say, because you might put yourself back in a lower vibration. Okay? Have to work on self-control. Okay? I give better advice than I take myself. We have to work on self-control. Focus, concentration. Those are 3 things that I need to work on myself. I'm not 100% healed, but I'm in the process of healing. And so is everyone else. If you don't think you need healing, 99% of the time, you're probably wrong, and you do need healing. 99% of the population needs healing, or maybe more than that. It doesn't matter if the person thinks they need healing or not. Sometimes, whether or not they know it or not, the person needs healing. Okay? That's how much trauma we carry with us throughout our lifetimes and from our past. And if you think that you're perfect in this lifetime, and if you think that you haven't had much trauma, okay, guess what? You're probably grabbing something from your ancestors. You probably have unhealed trauma in your DNA that was passed down to you. Okay? Conscious endeavors.